We recorded this episode on January 21st, 2021, which is a palindrome. Very cool day. If you know what a palindrome is, it's the same thing forward and backwards, like Hannah or Taco Cat. So, fun fact, that's pretty cool. We ended this episode with another fun fact, so stay tuned and listen to the whole thing to hear it. If you guys have been supporting us, we are so thankful for you guys. I just want to announce we do have a giveaway. We're giving away a vinyl record and a poster. The vinyl record is The Neighborhood's Wiped Out, and the poster is Shawn Mendes. The way to enter is go to our YouTube channel, share the video. That's bestworstcantina.com January giveaway. That is happening until February 15th. All you got to do is share the video, hashtag bestworstcantina, and tag one of our accounts on Instagram or on Facebook. Facebook, it'll probably be a lot easier to do that. Go ahead and do that. We will do a random drawing for the winner, and then you guys, whoever wins, will get the vinyl record and the Shawn Mendes poster. So we're going to start doing some more semi-monthly giveaways and stuff. Last time we had Lord of the Rings books and Magic the Gathering cards. If you guys are into collectibles and maybe you don't want to buy stuff from our store, that's a good way to get involved and get some more extra collectibles. Other than that, guys, please enjoy this podcast from Unemployed Commentators.
Aloha, boys and girls, and theys and theirs, and everyone else that is out there, and my two cats. This is another episode of Unemployed Commentators. It is 9:30 p.m. It is January 20th, 2021. It is the inauguration of our president, Joe Biden. Let's not talk about that, but
this
I'm fine.
This is the first podcast under the Biden regime.
Oh, bah, 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 bah.
We started as a Trump podcast, and now we're a Biden podcast. Hopefully we last another 4 more years.
I hope so before we get canceled.
Canceled.
It is this late recording a podcast. I just came straight from training camp because I am competing next month on February 20th in El Paso. And I'm competing in 2 divisions, Gary. 2 divisions.
Sick.
I'm competing at featherweight and I'm competing at the absolute division, bro. I'm going to take some heavyweight legs with me, bro.
You just went to a seminar on Sunday, right?
Yeah, with the Butter Panther, PJ Bartz, bro.
Nice. So what was that like?
It was sick.
Yeah.
I went with my head coach down to El Paso. We ate IHOP and we fell asleep, and then we took the seminar, and he was teaching a lot of leg locks. We thought it was going to be more of a wrestling seminar because he's a Division I wrestler.
Yeah.
And he actually surprised me. It was all inversions and leg locks, which is my game. So I was pretty happy about that.
That's pretty funny that you would expect that too. Because but I feel like that's at least what you've introduced me to jiu-jitsu is like, it seems like that's where the game's at right now.
I mean, it used to be all about that 5 years ago. Now it's kind of progressing where it now is actually wrestling heavy. But because PJ Bartz is already a wrestler, that's not what he's going to be like focusing on. He's going to be focusing on inversions and leg locks.
Yeah.
But
do you feel like you learned something new?
Yeah, 100%. This guy is a world champion.
Mm-hmm.
His training partners are just legends, and the stuff that he was teaching were what he learned from Ryan Hall. So like, if you're gonna learn from someone, might as well learn from someone who heel hook BJ Penn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's fucking. It was worth every penny.
That's awesome.
And I took it with me to training, which I did on the first day. So I feel like I'm becoming a leg lock guy, even though I didn't want to be. I want to be a wrestling heavy.
You've been saying you've been leg locking people a lot, though.
Yeah, it's there, man.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going to go wrestle against someone that's 220 pounds, I might as well just go for the legs and heel hook them because the ligaments are just not that strong.
See, I'm a lot closer to that weight, and I don't want to wrestle somebody at 220.
Yeah.
Last big person I even wrestled was one of the kids we coached, and he had dropped amazing. In a year, he had dropped from about 400 pounds to 285.
400 pounds, dude?
Yeah, big kid, man.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
But now he's like muscular, or is he like he still
He's
has
like
some pounds?
he still has
like
some
it was-
pounds on him, but it's like I think like big high schoolers, like they're even though they're like strong, they'll have kids who, can bench press like close to 400 pounds and stuff like that. And even like state champions, like they're really tough and strong, but they just don't have that like man strength yet.
Yeah.
It's like I don't really even lift that much anymore, but I just have better use of leverage and
Yeah.
knowing when to take breaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
They
you're very
just go.
technical now.
And they
you know
just
what I mean?
go,
Yeah.
go. And then you just take that barrage, Now,
Yeah.
college wrestlers very different. They're going to put the wood to me. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
They'll put the wood in you.
Oh, hands down.
No, I
as
totally
they say,
get it.
if one man can keep you down, imagine what two can do to you.
Yeah, bro. Fucking bullfuck you, bro. No, for sure. For real, like wrestling for me is something that I'm beginning to be passionate about, dude. Like ever since we've been talking, I've been just fucking listening to wrestlers, watching documentaries, and it's such a different mentality. It's a
Do
fucking
you
grind.
just feel like you want to fight everybody all the time now?
But bro, it's I'm only in my 20s for like basically 2 more years. I gotta take advantage of it, bro.
Oh, hands down, dude. I think I'm just in the coaching game right now and I still feel cocky for no reason.
Now let's talk about football, bro. Football. Let's talk
All
about
right.
that Browns and
The Chiefs game?
yeah, buddy.
Dude, I mean, you got to give it to Chad Henne too. I mean, what a gutsy performance. Andy Reid too with that 4th-and-1 call. Really, I mean, Tony Romo, who has been an absolute prognosticator for calls. I mean, you watch him call games, it's like he's watching film. He knows what's going on. Kudos to NFL quarterbacks because they just know defenses and how to read them. Even he was saying there's no play coming. They're just going to try and draw them off sides. 5 seconds left. They run the same play they ran against the Dolphins, I believe, in week 13 on a 4th-and-1. Tyreek Hill, 4th-and-1, gets it. Game over. Before that, runs a 3rd and 14th to get him in that position. Gutsy performance. We'll say this, though. That tackle at the 1 on Rashad Higgins when he fumbled it out the back on the touchback, you could make the argument that it was a targeting call.
Damn.
And you could also make the argument that it's a bullshit rule, but it is a rule. He dove for it, got knocked out, and it is a touchback, man. It sucks, but that's just the way of the game, man. There's a lot of Raiders fans who truly believe that, the Patriots and Tom Brady only have 5 Super Bowls. So you could make that argument.
Bro, Raiders fans scare me, man.
Oh, they're terrifying.
Dude, they're like the fucking, how do you say? They're just, it's a scary, like, it literally just started as a rebellious team.
Oh, dude, it's like, Jack Tatum back in the day paralyzing a guy and never apologizing for it.
Bro, you have fighters that throw head kicks and knock a fighter out, and they're like, "I'm sorry, bro." Like,
yeah, dude.
But
like
you get him next time.
The Raiders are fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah. Dude.
For years, they played on a fucking baseball field, dude.
Yeah. Bro, they'd fuck your mom in front of you if they could, dude.
There was that TikTok, I think, or video. I was dying, dude. It was like, tell me how you have felonies without telling me you actually have felonies. It cuts to the dude and he's like, Raiders! He's got an empty bottle of Jack.
Bro, when I found out the UFC fighter Justin Gaethje was a Raiders fan, I was like, oh, it all makes sense now.
His dog's name's Raider. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It makes sense just the way he fought.
I see, and the thing is, I love Raiders colors. I mean, I think you can tell by our company, the colors, black, white,
That's why that's why I like the Brooklyn Nets, dude.
Brooklyn Nets, dude. I love that color scheme, dude. It's simple, classic, bad guy.
Yeah, I love it, dude.
But I do have to say, man, what a terrifying fan base.
It is, man. They're most of my customers too at the dispensary. They're all Raiders fans.
It is fucking nuts, dude. Because you see like the black hole, right? Like the black hole, and there's all those dudes, and you're like, there's got to be at least like a few doctors in there. And that's fucking terrifying.
It's the one with the septum ring and the fucking double horns that is pasted on their foreheads. Yep, that's them.
So it's like the fan bases are terrifying me, dude. And it's East and West Coast, Philly, and the Raiders.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And the Philadelphia, green doesn't scare me.
It doesn't scare me, but the fact that they fucking booed Santa Claus, cheered Michael Irvin when he was getting carried off in a stretcher, ate horse shit after winning a Super Bowl.
They literally burned their city on fire when they won.
And we have talked about their fan base multiple times because like when the Capitol was getting stormed, I think my mic just came up, so I apologize if you're listening and it just blurred out.
No,
Let me
it's good.
repeat. We've talked about the Philadelphia fan base multiple times on the podcast.
It's
When that
fucking-
Capitol was getting stormed, we were like, dude, who won the Super Bowl? That's all I thought.
Yeah. Like, and the thing is that if you see like the semifinals, the conference championships,
Yeah.
none of these teams would throw a fucking riot if they won.
So yeah, we got
The
so
closest
yeah,
is
let's
Tampa
talk about
Bay.
we got Tampa Bay. Okay. We
They're
have
the closest one that will have a riot though from all those 4 teams.
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin.
Green Bay.
Oh man, Aaron Rodgers versus fucking Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
I mean, I'm excited for that one because we just had Tom Brady versus Drew Brees, and both of them really didn't play well.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Brady played better than Drew Brees, but they both really didn't play well.
Hey, but Tom Brady's there.
But he came out on top, dude.
Yeah. It's the GOAT.
And it's hard to bet against him, dude. He's 14-2 in divisional rounds. That's a full fucking season.
God damn, man.
And he's been to 14 championship games.
I would love to listen to a interview of his, like talking about sports psychology and what's his mentality during the game.
Watch the Religion of Sports, and then he has a Facebook watch series, a documentary with him. And I'm sure it's like a little polished, but his mindset, dude, it's interesting. I think there's a lot to gain from Tom Brady's just approach to the game.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then we got the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, dude. And I think that one's going to be a fucking shootout. Absolutely.
Who do you think would be between those
So
two?
here's what I think. If Mahomes is cleared and he's good to go, I think Chiefs. If Mahomes isn't playing, Bills.
So this is my theory, bro. Because Jordan Burroughs
Mhm.
is a Bills fan.
Mhm.
If they're behind, Jordan Burroughs is going to get on that field, bro, and he's going to win the championship for them.
And then isn't Jordan Burroughs 5'7"?
Bro, he can attack the legs, though.
I don't know, dude. I mean, I will say this. Like, I was telling my dad when we were watching the game, and he's been coaching like 40 fucking years. And he's watched countless football games. I think he's got a great football mind.
Oh, shit.
But, the tight ends nowadays, like Gronk and Travis Kelce,
Yeah.
and they're like, they're so big, nobody can touch them. I'm like, well, with the new rules and targeting, duh. But guys like that would have been like out in the second quarter with concussions if John Lynch was still playing and, Sean
real.
Taylor and shit like that. So, I mean, the rules have kind of allowed guys like that to make a lot more catches uncontested as well. So, I mean, shit's changed. So, I mean, for me, I think the Chiefs right now are kind of more geared towards, I mean, it's hard to stop Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes.
So do you think in the Super Bowl is going to be Chiefs versus Buccaneers?
If I had to be a betting man, I am going to say Chiefs and Packers.
Cool, because I really want to see the Packers versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I think that's what it's going to be, just based on this is the first time I think Aaron Rodgers has been at home in an NFC Championship game. I don't think he's ever been at home. The last time they won was in Chicago to go to the Super Bowl in 2010.
Wow.
And they beat them, and they were, I think, underdogs, but that's when Jay Cutler missed the whole second half, I believe.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So if I had to be a betting man, I mean, I'm going to pick the two home teams.
Man, this is exciting. I'm excited for actually football this season.
Right? It's kind of been and the Bills, I mean, underdog in me is like, I want the Bills to go just because they've never won it. The Chiefs had their time last year. Tom Brady's won many times. But I bet on Monday I'm going to feel like a fucking idiot when Tom Brady goes to another Super Bowl.
Same.
I'll feel like a fucking idiot. And I'm like, why did I ever bet against that guy?
You know what? I was always like, okay, because I was raised a New York sports fan.
Yep.
I'm like, fuck the Celtics. Fuck the Red Sox. Fuck the Patriots. Now that Tom Brady's in the Buccaneers, I'm like, he's not so bad.
Yeah, not so bad.
He's not so bad. I like him.
I mean, he truly is. I mean, like, everybody's made so many arguments like other quarterbacks are the greatest. I'm like, dude, he just had 40 touchdowns at 43. He's in another fucking conference title game. What more do you want from this guy?
Bro, they only accept someone's the GOAT after they retire.
And dude, and I love John Elway and I love Peyton Manning, but there's no fucking holding a candle to Tom Brady.
Yeah, dude. Unless he's afraid of fire.
Like, I don't even think he is.
Fuck, man.
They've been saying this dude's gonna drop off the cliff for 6-7 years now.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen until he retires.
Yeah, he's just gonna retire, and I was like, dude, the dude could just even say, I'm gonna be a backup now or something.
Mm-hmm. Bro, imagine learning from a fucking GOAT like Tom Brady if you were like the backup quarterback.
Crazy. And then this too, Phillip Rivers just retired, right?
Yeah.
Now he's a high school football coach in Alabama.
That was insane.
Those kids are going to learn so much.
Yeah. Bro, that's like if Khabib decided to retire and then stayed and then he just moved to New Mexico. He's like, I am resting coach now.
Yeah, just coach a wrestling team.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Because there's a bunch of stories too, and this is why like NFL quarterbacks, sharp minds, right, who are top tier. Phillip Rivers, like against the Texans, was telling the opposing defense that they're lined up wrong on their blitzes. Talking shit. Yeah, he's like, you're lined up wrong on this blitz. and he was right.
I appreciate that much knowledge in what they do.
Yeah, like I like that kind of level of preparation in any kind of sport, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you've heard the same thing about Rajon Rondo, you know.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, just
even though Rajon Rondo, no, not I'm mixing it up. Paul Pierce, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's by far, you know, one of the greatest to ever do it. Like he's one of the top there. You know, he's up there. He's up there.
Yeah.
You know, he's a legend. He's a legend in the sport. But as an analyst, bro, I'm like, bro, chill.
Do you think there's a discrepancy between like great players, great coaches, and like great analysts? Because I think Tony Romo is like one of my favorite analysts.
For sure. Yeah. I can't like if we're like talking about like a topic of MMA. Mm-hmm. John Anik, who has never fought a day in his life, is one of my favorite analysts.
Yeah.
And DC is one of the worst analysts in my opinion. Damn, bro, I can't stand him, bro.
I felt the same when Ray Lewis started to become an analyst.
Yeah, like
I love Ray Lewis. And I think he knows a ton about the game of football.
For sure, you just can't explain it.
I just was like, dude, I could not listen to him. I was like, what are you? And then Booger McFarland is another one.
Yeah.
You know, it was like listening to the nature guy. It's like, you can tell it's an aspen by the way that it is.
Yeah. Bro. And then like this morning during the fucking, I forgot who was fighting. It was this morning on the UFC card. This guy got knocked out. We'll talk about it later in the episode. But this guy got knocked out because he was throwing a leg kick and a punch. Ooh. And then Daniel Cormier kept calling it a punch kick. And I'm like, DC, stop that. Just talk about wrestling.
Donkey punch kick.
Yeah, I'm like, shut up. I was cringing, man. Like, don't talk about striking. That's why your striking was garbage.
Dude. So shit. Yeah, I mean, we talked about football. Let's talk about MMA.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about my boy, Carlos fucking Condit, surprising the world with his grappling. Yep. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that I have a part in it, but I'm just going to say that my team did.
Yeah.
What
you're
a
like,
fucking
You're like,
beast.
I wrestled him.
Yeah. Bro, his takedowns and like was surprising. And he did more damage than Matt Brown when he was on his back in the first round. And I know that Matt Brown's pretty pissed about that. I think it was like a 30-27 scorecard. Matt Brown kept talking about it. He's like, I took him down and I controlled him in the first round. Like, but he didn't do any damage. You just hold him like a fucking, like you were scared. You were scared, homie. You were scared.
Well, congrats to him, dude. And he makes great coffee.
Yeah, dude. Both of them, dude. It was the battle of the baristas.
Shit, dude. They both should sponsor us.
Yeah, dude. I didn't mean it, Matt Brown. I was just kidding.
Sponsor, we won't talk shit.
No, but to tell you the truth, for the UFC to have this fucking card as their debut on ABC, what a fucking home run, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Prelims, all of them ended in decision. But when the main card started, dude, you had Punale Soriano who finished Dusko Todorovic, gave him his first loss by knockout. They were both undefeated. That was the first fight on the card.
Mm.
Then you got Joaquin Buckley versus Alicia de Chirico. And Alessio, he surprised the world knocking out Joaquin Buckley, man. I thought Joaquin Buckley was going to win that fight by knockout.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, shit, dude. Yeah.
yeah. And then my dumbass betted on Santiago Ponzinibbio. And then Li Jingliang just fucking knocked him out in the first round as well, which I was expecting a knockout from him, bro.
Mm.
I was so pissed.
Mm.
And then, of course, the Carlos Condit, he won 3 rounds in a row. Whoop, whoop. But then the Max Holloway fight, man, what a main event. Did you get to see that main event?
I think that's the one that really kind of took the internet by storm.
Did you get to see the fight?
I saw that fight.
Bro, what a fucking clinic.
Mm-hmm.
He broke records. I think he had a record of 400 and something punches, significant punches. You know what was the record before that? It was like 226.
Yeah.
He doubled it.
I think I have a feeling he's like, because he's so young. I mean, he's starting to hit his stride, like really hitting his prime.
Yep. I'm pissed because it's like I want Max Holloway to get another title shot, but then I want him to fight Zabit.
It might do it. I mean, shit. We'll see how the Ortega-Volkanovski fight goes.
Yeah, dude. I want Volkanovski versus Ortega and Zabit versus Max.
That might happen.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's the smart. I mean, Yair Rodriguez was supposed to fight Zabit later last year, and Yair kind of disappeared for a second. But I want to see Max versus Zabit because I feel like that's going to be a crazy fight. That was Cater's last loss before this loss. It was against Zabit. So I think it's only fair.
I'll trust you on that one. I don't know enough about that division.
You gotta do your studies, bro.
I know, dude. I feel like whenever there's a new fight, I'm like, who's this, John? This is what I love about having an MMA guy, because like I like MMA, but it's more I'm like, who's fighting for the title? Oh, that? Okay, cool.
No, that's how I feel like with football. Whenever you explain it, I'm like, hey, so what's this about?
Match made in heaven right here.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. We're good.
Yeah.
Now, this morning the fight card started at 7 a.m. You best believe I woke my ass up and got myself to work early just so I could watch the fights.
Very cool.
Yeah, I bought myself a breakfast burrito, dog. Listened to a conference call.
Ugh.
But you best believe I started on that fucking prelims at 7 a.m.
I had to watch the damn inauguration in class.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They make you guys watch the inauguration?
Well, it's like it was just on. I would have much rather watched sports.
Yeah. So the first fight, I'm gonna say this: the prelims on this card was way better than the main card, and it was like vice versa with the card before that. But this one, Manon Fariat, I was about to leave my apartment when this fight started, and I was like, well, it's the flyweight division, and I don't think it's gonna end in a knockout. It's gonna probably end like all 3 rounds. My dumbass thought that. As soon as I got to the dispensary, she knocked out Victoria Leonardo with, I think, a head kick in the second round, bro. Fucking beast. Her record is 6-1-0.
Okay.
And then Khabib's cousin made his debut in the bantamweight division, Umar Nurmagomedov.
I did see that.
Bro, he is a beast, man.
Yeah.
That guy, like, he's known as a striker, and his wrestling, he won the fight by choke in the second round.
Hmm.
And you know what he said in the post fight interview?
What's that?
He was like, "My cousin Khabib made his debut. He choked out his opponent third round. I choked mine out second round. I'm
Didn't he
better."
make his debut almost the same day?
Yeah,
9 years later, because in 2012 wasn't it January 21st or
same
20th?
day. Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy, right?
yeah.
So,
I mean, because I saw him at the head thing, and I go, oh, who's this fucking guy? Is he another Nurmagomedov? Because the other one's not related to; they're just friends.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a bunch of Nurmagomedovs. Is that just a common last name out there?
No, that's just the family. It's Dagestan too. It's a small
Yeah.
village or small.
But
Whatever.
because that's what's interesting, because that other guy out there asked him, he's like, no, we're just friends. He's like, I'm not even cousins.
I guess it's kind of like Hernandez in Mexico, dude.
That's what I was like curious about. Is it like a common one? Because it's like, yeah, Hernandez. You know, I mean, you meet a million, Jesus Hernandezes or
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Nurmagomedov, I guess, is just the Hernandez of Dagestan.
like a John Smith.
John Smith, yeah. Then the fight of the night, in my opinion, was Mike Davis versus Mason Jones. Mike Davis fighting out of American Top Team against Mason Jones, who's fighting out of Wales. Bro, what a fucking fight. Like, I had friends texting me, like, at 8 in the morning. Are you watching this fucking fight? Like, about six people messaged me, are you watching this fucking fight? And none of them have ever messaged me this early in the morning, bro. And
you're like, is there a bum fight outside my store? What's going on?
Bro, it was such a fucking crazy fight. It was such a boxing clinic. There was grappling. Like, it was just it was a really nice fight. I'm excited to see both of them back. And Mason Jones had his first loss in that fight, but he shouldn't be disappointed with that performance. Then is Francisco Figueiredo. If you think that last name sounds familiar, that's actually the flyweight champion's younger brother.
What great sperm and eggs are in this card?
Right? You got cousins, you got fucking brothers.
Oh.
All that's missing is Frank Mir's mother that he said that he would bring.
Genetics, dude. Just genetics.
Dude, and he was going against Jerome Rivera, who's fighting out of Santa Fe, New Mexico. He trains out of Latrell's here in Albuquerque. Francisco Figueiredo, man, his striking was just on point. But, man, it's going to be hard to have both brothers fight in the same division, especially when your brother is, like, the champ, and you can tell the levels into this shit. I mean, Francisco only lost 3 times in his career.
Yeah.
Which is intense. Then you got Dalcha Lugiambula, who fighting out of South Africa, beating Marcus Perez, unanimous decision. I think no, I don't think it was a unanimous decision. I think it was a split decision, and they gave it to him. It was an okay fight. I was in the middle of my conference call. Then Sue Mudaerji versus Zaru.
Say that 5 times fast.
Sue Mudaerji versus Zaru.
That was only 2.
Kadashev. Yeah. That fight was fucking intense too. It was just flyweights. They were just fighting at max speed. Decision went for Sue Mudaerji. Ricky Simon, who's a disgusting wrestler, man, was just fucking.
Does he just have ringworm?
He was just mauling him, bro. Probably ate garlic too. The guy, just his face was just like
burned off ringworm before weigh-ins.
Fucking cringing, bro.
Just has, stuff under his beard, just all kinds of funk.
Oh, for sure.
That kind of disgusting.
That kind of disgusting, man. He choked out Gaetano Pereiro in the second round. And then Umari Akhmedov, he's not related to Khabib.
Akhmedov.
Yeah, Akhmedov. He submitted Tom Breeze with head and arm choke.
Ooh, Tom Breeze. He's the portmanteau of Drew Brees and Tom Brady.
Unfortunately, he didn't get into football though.
Yeah, should have.
Aw, should have.
Fucked up.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. The main card, I wasn't really into it. Of course, because I was in the middle of work.
That's okay because this upcoming main card is something you'll be very into.
For sure. But before that, Warley Alves, the only person to beat Kobe Covington, fucking finished in the first round with a body kick, dude.
Ooh.
It was beautiful. And then Michael Chiesa gave a fucking grappling clinic to Neil Magny.
Yeah.
But Michael Chiesa, I think he's a top contender. But you know who's above him, who is also a good grappler?
Who's that?
Damian Maya.
Hmm.
That's going to be a tough one. I want to see him against Damian Maya.
I think that would be a good one.
Yeah, because Michael Chiesa is training out of the 10 Planet Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's one of my boys.
Yeah, let's call Dana and set that up.
For sure. I'll talk to him.
Cool.
I'll let my boys talk to his boys. And we're all happy boys.
Happy boys.
So yeah, this upcoming card, dude. Wow, it's stacked. It is so
Like
fucking stacked.
Double D stacked.
Double D
Fucking
stacked.
breast implants.
Damn.
Whopper, triple Whopper. Fucking
Right, dog.
triple Wendy's cheese. Double wrapped queso burrito. Stacked.
Oof. Now I'm hungry, dude. I need to get this show over with so I can eat.
You always say that.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay. Talk about it.
Early prelims: Amir Albazi versus Zalga Zumagulov. It's going to be a nasty flyweight fight. Amir Albazi is a striker. Zalga Zumagulov. Why do they hire people with these last names, dude? Just give them nicknames, dude. His name almost sounds like Nalgas. And you know what's Nalgas? That's ass, dog.
Cheeks.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a very exciting first fight. Every fight is exciting in this card. Then you got a catchweight fight. Why catchweight? I don't understand. But it's Nick Lentz, who BJ Penn hates for some reason, and Movsar Evlov. Movsar Evlov is 13-0-0. So I think they're trying to feed Nick Lentz to the Wolves to like push him out of the card. When you see that, that's what they're trying to do. Then you got Andrew Sanchez, Dirty Sanchez, against Mahmoud Muradov. Andrew Sanchez is an Ultimate Fighter winner, and he was really impressive in his last fight. He is 32 years old, 6'1", 185 pounds. So I think he's getting into his prime right now. So I feel like he might win that for the early prelims.
Ooh.
Then we got Juliana Pena versus Sarah McMahon. That's going to be a fun fight. Of course, I'm going to go for my girl Juliana Pena. Then we have Brad Tavares versus Antonio Carlos Jr. Brad Tavares is a veteran. Antonio Carlos Jr., though, he's coming up. He's entering to his prime while Brad Tavares is almost out of it. He's 33 years old. Antonio is 30, so I'm going to put my money on Antonio Carlos Jr. And then you got Arman Sarukian versus Nasrat Hakparast. I hate these names, Gary. Why do they do this to us?
Because we're unemployed.
That's true. From the look of it, I think it's going to be a close fight. Don't be surprised if this becomes the fight of the night.
Which fight is that?
Arman Sarukian versus Nasrat Hakparast.
Okay, noted.
I think it's going to be fight of the night.
I'm definitely going to misspell that, but that is noted.
Yeah, that's going to be fight of the night, in my opinion.
Dude, these UFC names should be like spelling bee challenges.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Like spell this
sentence?
Name of origin. UFC fighter. Ooh.
Oof. Ooh.
Big oof. He's like, can I just get something harder or different instead? Like an Indian word? I'll take that.
Then the main card, dude. You got Marina Rodriguez versus Amanda Rivas.
Ooh.
They only have one loss each.
About to be 2 for 1.
Oof.
Or watch them motherfuckers draw.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be Amanda Ribas' first fight in strawweight. She's usually a 125-pound fighter.
Oof.
So let's see if that weight cut's good for her. So
New weight.
I think it's gonna probably be Marina's fight. Then we got Matt Frevola versus Otman Azaitar. Matt Frevola is 8-1-1, and then Otman is 13-0-0. So this is gonna be. They're not used to losing.
Ooh.
They're gonna put it out on the line, bro. I don't know who's gonna win that one. But then you got Jessica I versus Joanne Calderwood. Don't be surprised if Jessica I finish this on the ground and just fucking submits her, like probably in the first round.
Okay.
She has been training with one of my friends who's a black belt, and I think she trains with 10 Planet San Diego in her past, but she's right. She changed her training camp to Las Vegas, and I think that's going to be a good change for her for sure. And then, of course, let's talk about the co-main and the main event, dude. That's why we're buying this pay-per-view for. Let's be honest here. We got Michael Chandler making his UFC debut against Dan Hooker.
Dan the Hangman Hooker. Yeah. Oh,
Who do you think is going to win that?
Chandler.
You think so? Are you saying that because he's a wrestler?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know how that Poirier fight went too. I could be wrong, but I think I'm gonna go with Chandler.
You know what? My money's on Chandler too. I
Yeah.
think Chandler's gonna win that. I think he's gonna take it to the ground. I think he's gonna be more explosive. But Dan Hooker does know how to keep his distance, and Chandler is the smaller fighter, if I'm not mistaken.
Dan Hooker's dangerous, dude. I don't know.
Dude,
I might feel like an idiot.
Dan Hooker's 6 foot tall, and then Michael Chandler's 5'7".
It's hard.
But Michael Chandler's used to that, though.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough. But Dan Hooker did come back from a war, so I don't know if that's gonna hurt him psychologically.
That's the only thing that kind of hurt. Because I want to say, like, oh, yeah, Hangman, but I just saw that Tony Ferguson fight, and a part of me really wants to see. I just feel like a new guy, new blood's hungry.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to surprise some people.
I think so, too.
Going with my gut. No smartness on that one.
Yeah.
No analytics. I'm just going with my gut.
Dude, that's smart. And then, dude, main event that we're waiting for, was it 7 years in the making? You got Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor.
Dude, I'm gonna go with Conor.
I think it's a Conor fight too, man. I never bet on Conor. I fucking hate betting on Conor, but I think Conor's gonna win it.
Yeah, I don't know, just a fighter.
You know what he said?
What's
he
that?
He said that it's gonna be as the same way the Eddie Alvarez fight went, and that was his best performance.
Yeah.
Bro, like Dustin Poirier even took a lot of damage from that last fight with Hooker, man.
I'm Conor. Yeah, I don't know. There's just no. I think Conor's gonna win this fight, then fuck up Jake Paul, and then do a boxing match.
And then retire.
Yeah.
I think so too, man. Unless there's a lightweight title fight between him and Khabib.
I don't see him really. I mean, I'm probably wants his belt back. Yeah. I think if he wins this fight, he's gonna call out Khabib. He's gonna use like
that momentum.
Momentum and Conor tactics.
Yeah.
Based just off that. Part of me wants to say this. I bet he's gonna talk shit about Khabib's mom.
Oh God.
Just to get him back in. I mean, I don't see him not doing that, dude. That's just in his nature.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah, that's the fight card. I'll be talking about my bet picks on Friday night. It'll be out. So I'll be more I'll just choose my parlay for sure.
For sure. I'll have to post mine as well.
Let's do that.
So I won on the Bucks last weekend.
You did?
That was nice. Yep. Bet on the Bucks, lost on the Browns.
Nice.
Yep. And then we're gonna close this podcast talking about Kyrie Irving and the Nets, dude.
Let's do that.
What a dangerous trio.
Man, but I feel like it's just going to be all offense.
Well, here's the thing, dude. It's, at least for me, like, that's going to be so fucking relentless, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, look at this. Harden had 21 points, 12 assists, 10 rebounds, right?
Yeah.
Kyrie had 37 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. And then Kevin Durant, 38 points, 8 assists, 12 rebounds. What a fucking trio.
And then the thing is, like, one guy could have 10 points or something because they're just focusing on him. The next will erupt on for like 50.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they did lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers today on overtime.
Colin Sexton had a game.
Yeah.
But playoffs, I think they're gonna make a deep run in the East.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I'm excited to see the Brooklyn Nets. And it's finally a New York team, man, that is not just losers.
For a while, dude, isn't that funny? Like when LA teams or New York teams lose, they're like, we never do anything.
Yeah.
You guys are so spoiled.
Yeah, dude.
Like, we suck, dude. We're so good. This never does anything. Like, you motherfuckers were in the finals. The Rangers are like, oh, we don't care.
That's hockey, bro.
That's hockey. We don't care. You guys beat Tom Brady twice. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a fuck? We never get anything, bro.
The Yankees fucking suck.
It's about damn time, dog. Because we don't count the wins, bro. We count the losses like the Jets.
And the thing about it, too, is it's Brooklyn, too, right? So
yeah, it's Brooklyn.
It's not even New York. It's a borough.
It's Crooklyn.
It's like the 4th largest city in the country anyways, right?
For sure.
Crooklyn,
dude. Crooklyn.
So
yeah, I'm just saying.
Enjoy your team.
Thanks, man. I'm happy. They're not my number 1, but hell, I'm happy about my number 2.
Hey, good for you. I mean, hey, I feel like truly, if Jokic leaves like Harden did Houston, dude, I will be so heartbroken.
Me too.
So heartbroken.
Me too.
Like Jamal Murray and the rest of them could, but Jokic leaves, dude. I'm like, fuck it. What's the point?
I guess we should just leave it at that, man.
Dude, how about you got any fun facts to share with our people?
Like what?
Any fun facts at all?
No, nothing, man.
Any lasting sentiment you want to give them?
I just would like to tell them one fun fact, though, that there's some dope-ass merchandise at the Best Worst Cantina shop.
No doubt.
And they can buy it at reasonable prices. And, yeah, just...
There's definitely some stuff, I will admit, that's very pricey, but we're not willing to budge on those.
No, fuck those nerds who'd say otherwise.
Yeah, fuck those nerds. I came across this fun fact. I think you might enjoy it.
Okay.
Doug Hegdahl, a former United States Navy petty officer, was captured and held as a POW during the Vietnam War. When his captors ordered him to write statements against his country, he pretended not to know how to read or write. And they called him the incredibly stupid one and ignored him as he roamed freely at the camp. After his release, Hegdahl provided critical information about 256 other POWs that he had memorized to the tune of Old MacDonald Had a Farm.
That's fucking funny.
So when in doubt, play dumb. Play dumb. Play dumb.
That's how I make it in life.
Yeah, dude. Play dumb.
Well... I guess we should close it at that.
Yeah, play dumb.
Play dumb. Thank you guys for listening. And stay unemployed, my dudes and dudettes.